Disney has rolled out another 2023 look-ahead promo with a few more teases of the next Owl House special. More teases of Luz's staff, Belos, and the Boiling Isles. For the Future is only a few weeks away, and the hype train is ready to leave the station. Let's waste no time and jump right in. We kick things off with the squad back in the Boiling Isles as Hunter alerts everyone that something's coming, prompting Gus and Willow to question if said something is a witch or demon. Now, you probably already noticed that the Isles don't appear to be some post-apocalyptic wasteland, but they're not brimming with life either, as usually this area of the town is filled with people. Instead, it's just empty, almost as if it was completely abandoned after the Day of Unity. I think the Collector might have abducted everyone and forced him to play his game. After all, King told him that they're going to need lots of players.
But remember, we need lots of players.
Sigilless witches, mainly Hexite students, wouldn't have been at the Day of Unity. They would have had a head start to go into hiding and lay low from the Collector's domain. Which is why I suspect whoever Hunter recognizes here is simply going to be a side character. A shot later on in this promo also supports this idea, as we see the squad joined by Barkus as they all have an unamused look on their faces, so clearly this episode will have room for levity. Barkus, from what we can see, is wearing sunglasses and has an extra piercing on his ear. So odds are this is his rebellion fit, and he's likely brought them to other survivors. I like the pattern of unsuspecting characters becoming edgelords in these final arcs. Toby Determined, Toady, and now Barkus. It's simple, but it always amuses me. Speaking of outfits, through wearing their Halloween costumes, but with missing accessories, everyone looks the most anime that they've ever been. All their designs feel intentional, and I doubt that was a coincidence. The designers definitely planned this. Gus's Star Trek outfit looks similar to the appearance of Adrian Gray, just black and red with gold details instead of different shades of blue with gold details. Not to mention he's wearing the magic amplifier earring in the opposite ear from Adrian. This is clearly supposed to convey that Gus is now an illusion master in his own right. Willow's appearance evokes the look of a plant. Of course, a nod to her being a prodigy in plant magic. Amity's Hecate costume isn't too far off from something she'd normally wear, just a bit brighter. And hey, there's even a crescent moon pattern on the dress, calling back to her necklace. Good witch Luz fits for obvious reasons. And you have Hunter covered in, more scars and trauma than ever before. But hey, I like the hair! Very anime, very cool. I also want to point out that behind Luz, you can see some mountains and titan bones with what appears to be a giant pink flower or a giant pink star on top of one of the bones. This could be a sign of the Collector's influence over the Boiling Isles. I still think we're going to get a Pokemon Movie 3 situation and have most of the weirdness contained to a single location on the Isles. Shifting gears to something a bit more substantial, let's talk about Luz's staff. After Disney Channel's last promo snuck in a teaser of the Palisman finally hatching from their egg, we're given a bit more context here. Kinda. It seems as if Luz's staff can't fully form, instead taking the appearance of a glowing purple orb full of cosmic sparkles. Which is probably what Dana was teasing the other day when she responded to a fan's request for a hint with sparkles? Luz carved the Palistrum wood into an egg so it could decide what it wants to be. And this state may be the Palisman finally figuring that out. Or maybe it needs Luz to make a decision, stuck in this limbo until she does. We actually get two separate scenes of this staff in action. The first one seems to be an early stage for the staff as it's close to a solid orb in appearance, sweeping Luz off of the ground as it flies into the air. I assume this could be when the staff first forms, judging by Luz's excitement. But what really captures my attention here are the markings on the ground. It appears to be a giant spell circle, similar to what Raine, Darius, and Eberwolf made to infiltrate Belos' mind. Maybe the kids are trying to get inside the Collector's mind this time? This could explain why Luz is alone. Maybe it's a trap that the kids stumble into? Either way, this was a major detail I just couldn't ignore. The second shot of the staff appears to be in an area affected by the Collector, judging by the abundance of stars behind Luz, as she stares up at her staff, now sparkling and taking on the appearance of a storm, as Luz dramatically reaches for it. Perhaps she has some sort of emotional breakthrough in this location that prompts her Palisman to transform into something more tangible. It's also important to note that Luz still doesn't have a single friend in sight. She's alone. Definitely can't wait to see what's going on here. Last but not least, we're only given one ominous shot of Belos in this promo. as the Emperor, still trapped in his monster state, is seen entering a dark cave. And I think we know exactly where this is. It can't be the Titan's skull. It can't be the Titan's skull, given that the Collector set up shop there. But instead, I think this is his old headquarters that we saw at the end of Elsewhere and Elsewhen, the place he went to after stealing the summoning tablet. The real question is, what is Belos up to? Of course, I already believe his endgame is going to be the heart of the Titan and possessing its corpse, leading to the Collector teaming up with our heroes to trap one last Titan. He was the Grand Huntsman after all. But Belos is going to need some reinforcements and a distraction, which is why I think he's returned here. This could lead to the creation of a new Grimwalker. Maybe it could be another clone of Caleb designed to be a murderous pawn. Or it could be Grimwalkers of the Coven Heads, as I previously speculated, as this definitely seemed to be the place where Grimwalkers were made, at least before Belos moved to the castle. Maybe he's embarking on his own Hollow Mind journey and performing a spell to enter the Collector's head, which could lead to Luz doing the very same thing in an attempt to stop Belos. I feel like we're in store for another Belos transformation before he takes over the Titan, given that his current form isn't all that threatening after seeing him get splattered by the Collector and then running away from fighting the kids and thanks to them. But that's just me wanting the outhouse to get as much mileage out of the horror half of horror comedy as the jokes themselves do. As always, we'll just have to wait and see. But for now, I want to know what you guys think. Is Luz's staff struggling to form, or is it trapped in this orb-like state? Calling to mind Belos's artificial staff. What do you think the Emperor is up to? Let us know in the comments down below, or keep the conversation going by giving us a follow at Vox and at Roundtable Vids on both Instagram and Twitter. Check out Toondrip for some dope Alice-inspired merch, and if you enjoyed this video, please throw it a like and subscribe to the Roundtable for more great cartoon content. Thank you for watching, and I hope you have an awesome day. See ya!